Gaslighting. The word is called gaslighting. This is that word that I have came across multiple times in my workplace, in multiple situations. And also I was going through some of the articles published in different journals, different magazines or different platforms, and I came across this word called gaslighting. Honestly, 1 month back, I had zero idea about this word, how this word was invented, and in what context it was used. Then I did some research in the internet, and of course, after doing some research, I came to know about it, and I was very surprised that how things workplace can go against you. Hello everyone, how are you all? You are listening to Better You, Better Life podcast season 2. In this episode, we will be discussing a bit about the term that I have been continuously encountering in last 1 and 2 months is called gaslighting. You might have heard this term, but do you really know what it means? And how can you spot it happening to you? Well, this is referring to the situation, workplace situation. And first of all, let me try to get the dictionary meaning of this word called gaslighting. Gaslighting is a very tricky way of manipulating someone by making them doubt their own ability. For example, suppose you are demotivated, or maybe you had a very bad day. You might have got some bad review of your work at your workplace from your boss or from the senior management. Then suddenly someone from your own team comes and discourages you instead of motivating you. How would you feel? Of course, you will feel more demotivated and negative about yourself. And that thing will be done to you knowingly, so that he can use your situation for his advantage, for his growth in career in a negative way. So that one kind of situation I can imagine with this word called gaslighting. It is like someone is trying to convince you that you are imagining things or going crazy. So this kind of mind games can happen anywhere, but today I will be focusing on just how gaslighting applies in our workplace, especially where we work in a team or in a environment where we are dealing with clients or more people, say 20-30 people in a single room and talking about different things. For that, let us try to create a situation. For example, imagine that you finish a project well in advance of a deadline, and you came up with a great results. But when you present your work, you are highly motivated, you are highly confident, thinking that your work will be appreciated. And suddenly, someone from the audience points out that you have made a huge mistake, and it is probably they might not know the detailing of the work that you have done, or maybe their point of view were not as same as you, because working styles may differ, isn't it? And in the first place, they might even deny that they have ever asked you to do that project in the first place. So this is gaslighting. When you are confident of achieving something out of your own efforts, but somebody is knowingly denying just because to safeguard his own interest for his own good by demeaning your work, that situation can be termed as gaslighting. Or let's say another interesting situation at your workplace, like maybe you overheard your coworker spreading negative rumors about you. But when you confront them, they act really surprised as if they have done nothing. And in case you produce evidence that they were spreading rumors against you, they will say, "It's okay, man, I was just joking. I never take it personally." So you also don't take it personally. We all are friends, right? So this kind of expression will come out. This kind of manipulative expression will come out. So that is also another good example of gaslighting. Or sometimes you can see that someone in the team who doesn't do any kind of work, and there will be always one hard worker in every team who will do all the work right from the start to till the end, till the desired output is achieved. But when it comes to presenting that work as a team to the senior management, someone from the team who haven't made any effort will always come in the front in a leading position and will claim that as if the entire work has been done by him, in order to seek appreciation from the senior management. So, and of course, there are very few, actually hardworking people are a kind of shy people, and those who are ethically strong, they don't like to boast much about their abilities to the outer world, right? All they are focusing on the process and getting the work done. But in the process, what happens? Because that hard worker is a shy natured person, so he won't say anything, but he will feel surprised that how somebody can snatch the effort, the hard work of somebody else and try to take credit on behalf of the entire team. And or someone can play the victim card, as if someone who has done the work, who has done the mistake, but he will appear as if he is very innocent and everything that has been done by him was out of unknowingly or inadvertently they have done it. So they will play that victim card. So all these context, if you are able to relate, is related to the concept of gaslighting. Now coming further, that the goal of a gaslighter is to make you question your own judgment and rely on them for validation. What do I mean by this? Like, even if you have some ethics that you follow in your daily life, they will always question that, saying that no, what you are saying might not be right, or they will bring some alternate perspective to confuse you, to question your own ability, your own knowledge. And in those situations, it is very important to use your own wisdom. And when there are many cunning people out there who always use those tricky methods, those shrewd methods to manipulate people. Now, and what happens? Because they are able to manipulate people, and straightforward people often rely on those manipulators for their validation, which are disguised as friend at the workplace. And you know what? This can lead to a serious hit to your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And that is where that element of self-doubt increases, and you stop taking initiatives for yourself. You stop taking stand for yourself. You might start to doubt your own abilities and question your own reality. So, of course, when there are problems, there are solutions too. So let's discuss a bit about solutions of how you can protect yourself from gaslighting. See, my dear friends, whatever the situation I have imagined, almost every second person in a workplace goes through it. It is not something that I'm really talking out of the context. Gaslighting, probably what I have mentioned, the scenarios are of very basic nature, but there are even more complex and even more tricky situations employees face every day. Often The advantage lies with the senior person or the someone who has more experience in manipulating people, especially in today's youth who are more vulnerable to this kind of gaslighting at workplace or even in any social circle. But how you can prevent yourself from being a victim of gaslighting? For that, it is very important that first of all, you should trust your instinct. Your instinct is not developed as a result of one day thinking. It has been result as the years and years of reality issues that you have encountered and the knowledge that you have gathered from people, from books, from any kind of platform, etc. So trusting your instinct is very important. If something that you feel that is wrong, then that is wrong. You should not think much about it further. Of course, like it's a human tendency that something that you are not comfortable, something that makes you suspicious about any kind of activity in your workplace, better to stay away from it unless you get that actual clarity from the person. Another second most basic solution to protect yourself from gaslighting is that document everything. Document everything, each and every single incident that you have encountered in your workplace. You should encounter each and everything. It may be in the form of incidents, it may be in the form of email, text messages, or maybe some kind of screenshot of some kind of critical conversation with your boss, or some activity that you feel suspicious about. Or another step can be talk to someone that you trust. I'm sure there must be someone in the workplace whom you can rely upon or you really trust. So just not directly but at least indirectly put your word before him and share your experience. You never know that you might get a good solution which can prevent you from getting victimized in future. Sharing your experience with a friend or maybe a family member or a close relative or for say mentor can provide you good support and different perspective. If you sense that gaslighting is happening at work around you, then you can also consider talking to the HR management. What HR do? HR is the most neutral department in any organization. They always help investigate the situation and take appropriate action. By sharing your experience with the senior management, you are also making those people, those manipulators, aware that they can't do gaslighting against you anymore. So remember, you don't have to tolerate this kind of behavior. And in this modern workplace where artificial intelligence is taking up human jobs, so gaslighting is becoming a very serious issue that can have long-lasting effect not only in the professional world but also in the personal world. Try to understand. Whenever you try to understand by listening, you learn more and you become more aware about the situation. So try to recognize those behavioral patterns about those whom you think that they are able to manipulate people. By recognizing those situations, you can always protect yourself and create a healthier workplace for yourself. On a final note, I hope this conceptual episode will be of some benefit to you. I thank you for listening. If you have experienced gaslighting, know that you are not alone. There are many people who goes through this kind of situation every day, everywhere, starting from the lowest person to the top senior management, to the board of directors. So try to share your story with others which can help. And remember, your mental health is more important. So if you think that you are becoming victimized beyond a certain limit, do try to reach out a professional therapist who can give you more clarity and protect you by helping you out in sessions. That's it for today. This is your host signing off.